Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
Father murdered, family's home raided by 240 cops for exposing high-level government pedophiles. After trying to expose a group of high-level government pedophiles, a victim's father was murdered, the victim kidnapped by the state, and the family persecuted by government officials. By Matt Agarist, March 8, 2018. A teenage refugee from Lithuania has come forward with a White House petition and a damning testimony showing what happened after his family tried to expose a little girl's abusers. When his 4-year-old cousin accused 2 high-level government officials, describing it in heartbreaking detail, Karolys Vankine learned the hard way how the government protects its vilest members, up to and including using hundreds of militarized police and even murder. As Vankine explains in his petition on whitehouse.gov, this nightmare started when their family attempted to seek justice for the sick men who allegedly raped his 4-year-old cousin. In 2008, 4-year-old Deimant Kadit described her sexual assault by high-level Lithuanian officials. Her testimony was later verified as true by 4 separate commissions. She never had her day in court, Vankine wrote. When the teen's uncle, Drąsius Kedys, Deimant's father, pushed for the men to be prosecuted for what they did to his daughter, he was murdered. Her father pursued justice, but was murdered in 2010, Vankine said. According to reports, the girl's father, Drąsius Kedys, was abducted and brought to a secret bunker from the old Soviet Union where he was brutally tortured, fingernails were torn out, and his bones were smashed and partially cut off. Finally, the torturers tied him into a straitjacket and drowned him in a nearby storage lake. In spite of all the evidence showing horrifying violence enacted against Kedys, the official government verdict was that he drowned in a puddle. After Kedys was murdered, Neringa Vankine, Karolys' mother, and the little girl's aunt, was given custody of Deimant, as it was the little girl's mother who allowed her elite political friends to have their way with her daughter. Neringa Vankine is a former Lithuanian judge and parliament member who was brutally persecuted by the government after she attempted to expose this corruption. After they silenced the father, the government set their eyes on the little girl who could also expose them. Deimant's aunt, Neringa Vankine, was awarded custody of the girl and provided a loving home, reads the petition. However, when Neringa started the Way of Courage party to fight corruption in Lithuania, she, her family, and supporters were persecuted by the government. In May of 2012, a terrified Deimant was abducted from Neringa's home by 240 government agents. The horrifying raid was recorded on video as hundreds of Special Forces police officers raided a family's home to kidnap a little girl for accusing high-level government officials of raping her. To stop the anti-corruption and truth movement, government forces had to eliminate my mom because she was not intimidated, Vankine said. The Lithuanian people elected her to parliament to fight against corruption and to seek the truth. She proposed many laws, among which there was stricter punishment for pedophiles, but all of them were blocked by the dominant parties in parliament. When the prosecutors brought charges against my mom, all of her opponents announced that they'll support the removal of her legal immunity, before the investigation took place. My mom became a target after she publicly started speaking about the bribery and corruption in the Lithuanian courts. The government and its media did not succeed in intimidating her. My 8-year-old cousin Deimant, whose father was murdered, was abducted by government forces from my mother's care. My mother was her legally appointed guardian at that time. The government called it a child's return to her mother operation, but that was actually an elimination of an inconvenient witness operation with the help of 240 special forces and the intimidation of everyone in Lithuania who sought the truth in the pedophilia and murder case. More people were murdered in this case than just my uncle. My cousin was returned to the person she was testifying against. I was really scared and could not even imagine what is going to happen to Deimant. After this horrific incident, Neringa, who now feared that her own son's life was in danger, then fled to the United States in 2013. According to Karolys Vankine, today, the Lithuanian government continues to persecute Neringa by attempting to get the US to extradite her back to Lithuania. Although they moved here to find refuge, 2 weeks ago, as Vankine explains, Mom was arrested, and the Lithuanian government is seeking her extradition, before the political asylum case is over. Whether or not the United States will send Neringa Vankine back to Lithuania, where she will likely be persecuted for exposing government criminals, is currently unknown. However, as TFTP has consistently reported, the problem of elite pedophilia knows no borders, and these depraved individuals will go to any lengths to maintain their operation. Below is Karolis Vankine's most shocking video, in which he backs up all of his claims with sources and, in some instances, heart-wrenching video. If you would like to help Vankine and his family seek justice, please consider signing the petition here.
County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too, because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Sheriff County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt-free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.